guys and dolls. I hope you are well. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to the meat and taters, shall we? Okay. So, if y'all don't know, you should know. I can't stand liars and manipulators. I can't stand that shit. And when you deal with narcs, that's what you're getting. A liar and a manipulator. They will mastermind, or in their mind, mastermind everybody. Okay? Play with everybody's emotions. Lie on everybody. All right? There's nobody they're not lying on. Let's talk about the church first, okay? His church. All right? Y'all know you've seen the little bastard on my channel before. The little lying psycho. Anyway, pushed real hard for me to go to his church. Pushed real hard, pushed real hard, pushed real hard. Instead of respecting my boundaries when I said, I'm cool. I've had issues in churches before and I'm not really down. He pushed and pushed and pushed. He didn't give a shit. He gonna keep pushing. All right? So he pushed and it's gonna backfire. And the reason it's gonna backfire on him, the lies that he's telling them about me, it's gonna backfire because they like me. His church members like me. His pastor's wife likes me. His pastor likes me. So when he starts telling everybody that I'm psychotic and I'm a terrible person, because he told Catherine, which is not her real name, he told everybody that she was psychotic. He'll look at you right in your face, like look you right in the eyes and go, she's nuts. See how convincing that looks? And he's lying. I know about her. I'm learning more and more about her all the time. But he's going to tell them, the church members, that I'm psychotic and I can't be trusted and I'm blah, 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 blah. They like me. So they're going to find that hard to believe. They're going to tell him everything he wants to hear. That's terrible. I'm sorry you went through that. And then if they see me in the store, and there's a possibility they will see me in the store. Yeah. There's some things you ain't got no control over, you little bastard. Some things you don't have control over. So if we see each other in the store and they say something to me, I'm going to tell them the truth about who he is. Okay? I'm going to tell them, I'm going to tell you what. Y'all follow your gut when you're with me. When you're with me, do you sense that I'm a bad person? Because your internal alarm system will tell you if I'm a horrible person or not. When you're with me, you'll be like, ugh. You don't feel that when you're in my presence. And you're not going to feel that because I'm not a bad person. So I'm going to tell them to research narcissism, malignant narcissism, and they will see that that is who he truly is. Will they be nice to him in church anyway? Probably. Let me get something to drink. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they'll probably be nice to him in church, but in the back of their mind, they're going, that lying bastard. Exactly. That's who he really is. He toys with everybody's head. There's nobody he doesn't toy with. Now, when you find out that a person is a liar, a pathological liar, everything they've ever told you is now in question. Everything they've ever told you. He's part of the syndicate, which is supposedly worse than the mafia, which is all in his imagination. He had a daughter that died. That's all part of his imagination. It's designed to milk sympathy from people. That never happened. I guarantee you that never fucking happened. The mother died, the baby died. He's part of the syndicate. He also claimed that he graduated from college. I find that hard to believe also, simply because the person is a liar. So every single thing you have ever said is in question. That's the danger of being sick in your head, and that's the danger of being a pathological liar. Everything that you have said is in question now. I don't think he graduated from college, because nobody in their right mind, keywords, in their right mind, is going to make real good money as an IT professional and then deliberately not do that to print papers. I'm just saying. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody in their right mind is going to do that. Things are expensive. Everything is expensive now. Everything is becoming more expensive because we're getting financially raped by you-know-who, and we're not going to go there. Things that they don't campaign when they're running for office. We're going to screw you on everything when I get in. They don't tell you that. Anyway, So everything the person says is in question. Do I think he graduated college? There's a possibility he did not. Do I think he has a degree in whatever computer information system? Do I think he has a degree in that? No. No. And if he did, like I said, everything is in question. If he did get a degree in that, he deliberately sabotaged himself by getting a job printing papers, which you know damn well that don't pay nothing compared to working as a IT professional type of person, computer information systems, whatever the shit he claims he has a degree in. Also, another thing, so yeah, if I see his church members and they approach me because they like me, he can't stop them from liking me no matter what lies he tells. People know the real me, okay? Anyway, I'll tell them the truth. When I see them in public, I'll tell them the truth. Anyway, moving right along. So, another thing that narcissists will do, and because I know he's greedy for money, his parents have plenty of money. They have they're doing not too bad for themselves. They have a house on the lake. You could literally throw a rock from their backyard and hit the water, okay? So a narcissist will keep a closer eye on your wallet, they'll look at their wallet too, make sure that they're not overspending, because when I take you out on a date, you're going to be limited to how many dates I take you on, because I don't want to pay my precious money because you ain't worth it. A real man don't have a problem with that. Anyway, so let me interrupt myself. And a real man's taking me out Friday on a date, by the way. A real date. He don't have a problem doing that. He's not going to count his pennies. He's going to treat me like a queen, and I appreciate that. He's a very nice guy. I met him face to face. He's old school. He believes in treating a lady like a lady, and he's kind of rusty on the dating thing because he was married for a long time, and so he's learning as he goes. He lives on a small farm, and just old school, old fashioned type of guy. Not an uppity prick who thinks that he's better than everybody else and his money's more valuable than you. He's not one of those like what I just got rid of. Anyway, so I guarantee you that he's looking at his parents' money because he knows you got money. You living on the lake. It's not cheap to live there. Okay? It's not cheap. So he's going to look at he's looked at his parents' wallet like, okay. I'm going to cry the blues about money to them and how I cannot live. I can barely function financially. And they will pay for his shit. I guarantee you he milks them for every dime they have while he's saving money for himself. So he's going to tell his parents, I promise you this is what's happening. He's going to tell his parents how much money he doesn't have. They're going to give him money for whatever and help him pay for whatever. Meanwhile, he's putting his money in the bank. Do I have proof that's what's happening? Not necessarily, but I guarantee you that's what's happening because he values money more than both his parents, more than me, more than anybody who has had the misfortune of going out with him. He doesn't value human beings. He values money and objects. That is his baby. That is his lover. That is his confidant. That is his best friend. Money, his car, his house. That's his everything. That's his everything. But he will use people, though. I hate your ass, but I'll use you. So, we'll talk about the money in a minute. No, well, fuck it. Let's just go there now. Hold on a minute. Okay, so, just write myself some notes so I don't forget. Let's talk about money. I got some figures, and these are not going to be exact, of course, but these are going to be a rough estimate of how much money the son of a bitch paid for his house, to re-side his house with some of the best siding you could ever put on your house. That's what he put on his house. Remodeled the main floor of his house, okay? Took out the cabinets. Replaced the doors, made them taller and bigger because he's got to have better than everybody. And he'll tell you that they're better than everybody. Put electrical through the floor so that they're heated in the wintertime. And what else? Let's see. Remodeled the main floor. Brags about paying his car in full. Siding his house, which is some of the best siding there is. So the total amount of money that this individual has paid to get his, and this is a ballpark. Oh, and don't forget the washer and dryer. Paying for the washer and dryer, which were well over $1,000 a piece, by the way. So washer and dryer, over $1,000 a piece. I don't mean together. I'm talking both over $1,000 a piece separately. Each cost over $1,000 a piece. All right. So the ballpark figure that myself and a friend came up with of how much money he spent for all this shit. Let me give it to you again. Remodeled the main floor, put electrical through the floor, laid new floor down, electric through the floor to keep it warm in the winter, redid the cabinets, made the doors real tall and real wide, okay? We're talking a figure of approximately, this isn't exact, and it may be more than this, the washer and the dryer, okay? Siding on the house. $110,000 roughly. Supposedly paid the car in full. Now, $110,000. This is an estimate of what the little bastard paid for all of this. Which I don't think he paid for it. I think his parents paid for it. Because he's going to milk their money. He's looking at your wallet as hard as he's looking at his own. And he's probably thinking, well, why should I have to pay for all that? When you live on a lake and you got plenty of money because you live on a lake, I'll go ahead and let them pay for it. So I guarantee you he didn't pay shit for all this crap. He probably didn't pay fuck all. They probably footed the bill for it. Okay? He prints papers. He don't make enough money. He don't make $110,000, period. Okay? Where the fuck's all this money coming from? He probably milks it from his parents. He probably does not have a college degree. That's all bullshit and that's all lies. He's not capable of graduating college. If you don't see a degree, and even if you do see a degree, I wouldn't buy into that because you could make one of those on a computer. Anyway, so another thing I wanted to bring up is, I'm not working on dates. I could spend $110,000 whether I stole it from my parents or not, because I'll milk them and tell them I don't have any money, and they'll feel sorry for him and they'll give him the money probably. He don't make that much money printing papers. I'm sorry, he doesn't. Yeah, he's a motherfucker, so he's gonna save all his pennies. But anyway, he could pay $110,000, but he can't take me on any more dates than what he already took me on. When we were together, when I had the misfortune of being with him. So dates are too expensive, but $110,000 is not too expensive. It's just not. You know why? Because it's something he wanted. And that doesn't include the price for the bed. So hell, it could be, I don't know, $115,000, $120,000. I don't really know. More than $110,000. Because that bed alone is expensive. It's got these huge pillars on each corner. Okay? I'm sure his parents have helped him financially. I know for a fact his parents had sent him home with food because I saw them do it. Okay, when we were down there, I saw that his mom sent him home with food. Probably because he said he can't afford groceries. They're going to look at your wallet as hard as they look at their own. And if they could take money out your wallet by singing a sad song, believe me, baby, they will do it. Y'all got to stop feeding into these narcs. You got to stop catering to them. If you want to get more money, get a goddamn job, get a real job instead of printing papers, get a fucking real job where you're paying real money. Because since you claim you went to college, you got a degree, then get a real job and pay for your own shit like everybody else does. We don't have mommy and daddy. We don't have the luxury of having mommy and daddy give us money. Anyway, move right along. So let's get to this other point here. So he went out with this girl. We're going to call her Catherine. They went on one date only. One thing that crazy people do not do, I've said this before, they don't reveal that they're crazy on the first date. They do not. They wait at least a couple weeks to a few months to reveal they're crazy. That's what he did to me. He waited a couple months. Okay? Uh, so they went out one time. You're not going to know who this person truly is. However, she is blunt. I know a little bit about her. She is blunt and she speaks her mind. She may have even told him, to be quite honest with you, I'm not attracted to you. She's that type of person. She speaks her mind. She's very blunt. Okay? If you say that to a narcissist, I'm not attracted to you, but I figure we might have a connection anyway, so I figured I'd go out with you. That causes a deep narcissistic injury. I am talking karate chop to their ego. It makes them feel absolutely terrible about themselves, worse than they already feel about themselves. That's why they blow themselves up so big. I have this accomplishment, and I have that, and I was valedictorian, and I was a part of the syndicate, which is better than mafia. And they blow themselves up a lot bigger than they are because they feel really deep inside, they feel about that big, and they're shame-based. They have a lot of shame connected to who they are. So that's why they make themselves so big. I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm powerful, and and I call it a puffer face. You're making yourself bigger than you actually are. I think that she said something off the wall and he got extremely narcissistically injured. And so he began to tell everybody that she is psychotic. And will look at you, make his eyes real big and go, she's nuts. She's nuts. He figures if he makes his eyes real big and stares into your eyes and says it, you will believe every word. Unfortunately, I did believe him until I found out the truth that that's a goddamn lie. She never revealed anything psychotic. How the fuck can they do that? She went out with you one time. How can a person show that on the first date? They don't. I've been with crazy people, including him, my whole life, and they don't reveal it in the beginning. I'm well versed on this shit. This is not something I just pulled out of my left side of my neck. I know for a fact that they don't reveal that in the beginning, because if they did, no one would ever want to be bothered with them past the first date. Come on. Let's use some common sense. They're going to hide it. Just like he hid his crazy from me. Okay? So he went and told everybody that she's psychotic. Will not give you real examples. And even if he did give you examples, they would all be lies. So I'm giving you guys a fair warning. The triangulation is what he did. He turned me against her and is trying to turn other people against me, which isn't going to work because people like me. Okay? His church members like me, so he can lie and go to church all, he's done that too. The weekend that he dumped me, that now he's lonely again, he's going to stay lonely. I'm going to just tell you right now. He deliberately went to church that Sunday with a sad, pathetic face so everybody will feel sorry for him. That's how he operates. I'm going to go to church knowing I've been crying because I'm alone. Okay? And everybody's going to feel sorry for me. I'm going to tell everybody that Catherine, that's not her real name, the girl that went out with him. I'm going to tell everybody that Catherine is psychotic. Let me tell you the stunt he tried to pull on me. He tried to pretend that I was so dangerous to him that he had to file a restraining order. That is laughable. He had to have something original. He don't want to just tell everybody I'm psychotic like he lied on the other girl. He's got to come up with something original so that the cases don't look identical. But they kind of do look identical because we're both psychotic. Funny how you're psychotic, but you're calling me psychotic and you're calling Catherine psychotic. You motherfucker. Everybody knows me. I've got cops that are friends. I have... my reputation is known within the law enforcement industry. People know I'm not like that, so you could get as many restraining orders as you want to, and I would tell the judge all your motherfucking business. So, hey, make my day. I will not only put your business out there, but the judge will document it because everything that happens in court was documented. So, go ahead, motherfucker, try it. Anyway, and I could get a copy of the transcripts and send them to your parents, and I will tell them things that you really don't want people to know. Okay? So you tell them what you want to tell them. And I will tell people the truth. If I ever see them in church, not in church, but if I ever see them in a store and there's a possibility he can't control people going to the fucking store, I will tell them he's psychotic. And he's telling everybody else they're psychotic. Do some research on malignant narcissism and you will see. People who are malignant narcissists, I can't talk, blah, blah, blah. Malignant narcs have a tendency towards psychopathy. They have a tendency towards psychopathy. While you're telling everybody that this person is psychotic, this person I had to pull a restraining order, this person that, it's funny, you're not even worth hurting physically. You're not worth anybody doing anything to. You're not even worth the breath that you put in your body from breathing. You're not worth shit. Okay? I would get no satisfaction off her. Well, I can't say I wouldn't get satisfaction. Somebody needs to hurt him. Anyway, I can't stand liars. I can't stand it. The sickness in their head goes so deep that they are convinced of their lies. That's when you know that you got some serious psychiatric problems, when you actually believe your lies. So this is what I'm here to tell you. And I told you this before. The seriousness of triangulation. He tried to triangulate me against Catherine. And he's telling everybody that she's psychotic, I'm psychotic. This is called triangulation. Okay? He's done triangulation with his own church members. Everybody should dress up when they go to church. Excuse me? So now you the clothes police, bitch? I went to a church for years and years and years, double digits years. And some people don't own dressy clothes. Some people are college kids and they got jeans and t-shirts and that's all they have. My church didn't trip off of that. The motherfucker think he is in control of everybody. You need to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, and dress a certain way. Who the fuck are you to tell people what they need to do and how they need to do it? This is what I'm saying. Narcissists are control freaks. And one of the guys that he talked about, I said, well, he doesn't dress up. He said, well, yeah, look at him. While you talking about don't say negative things about people. You sitting here talking about your precious church members. You talking about him like a dog. I said, well, he don't dress up. Well, look at him. And I'm not supposed to say nothing negative, but you can, right? You fucking hypocrite. Anyway, move right along. So triangulation is a dangerous thing because it's so destructive. That is why I'm a truth teller. That's the reason I will tell people in public if I see them. I will tell them the fucking truth. One of my closest friends knows the truth. One of his closest friends knows the truth. And it's starting to spread through the meetup community, the shit that he has pulled on other people. So at the same time that he is trying to triangulate people against each other, you got person A and person B. He tells person B, person A doesn't like you. I know y'all been friends for a long time, but y'all are not really friends. He talked about this, that, and the other that you done did and said, which is a lie. If they're triangulating, it's a lie. Goes to person A, person B don't like you. Person B does not like you at all. And I'm sorry that I have to be the one to tell you. But person B talks about you constantly. Goes back to person B. Person A talks about you constantly, can't stand you, doesn't even know why they even look at your face. I'm sorry to be the, don't shoot the messenger, but that's what person A told me. Do you see what I'm saying? They're triangulating people. They're telling each other bad things about this person and spreading it like wildfire. And then they're turning around and saying, I never said that. I was the actual victim. So y'all, people get killed behind this. I told you this shit before. This is very serious. This is not to be taken lightly. People have gotten friendships ruined. Lifelong friendships ruined because they believed the bullshit that came out the liar's mouth. People get separated. Boyfriend and girlfriend or relationships, period, break up. People get divorces. People get hurt and killed behind this shit. Okay? So there's triangulation even on your name, lies on your name, such as these people got, they were robbed. It's a true story. They got robbed and killed because an inmate told another inmate that was going to be released, I know these people, they got tons of money in the house. They got a lot of money. They keep it in the house. They don't put it in the bank. That wasn't true. That person went to those people's house, robbed and killed them. But there wasn't anything to rob because they didn't have any money in the house. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a form of triangulation too. I'm going to tell you this false information about these people so you go after them. Triangulation can become fatal. People get hurt and killed and their lives ruined behind somebody running their mouth and lying. So do not take anything serious. That's a serious detrimental comment about someone else. You confront that person because that person doesn't have the ability to stop y'all from talking. Okay? They don't have the ability to stop you from going to that person and saying, hey, I need to talk to you. There's some nasty rumors going around. I want to talk to you about it. Because I don't know if you knew that this person spread rumors about everybody. This is serious. Y'all need to take this extremely seriously. Do research on triangulation. Okay? It's very serious. When somebody could get hurt or lose their life, that's very serious. Don't get more serious than that. Okay? So, yeah, he tried to triangulate me against Catherine. I found out the truth about Catherine. She's very blunt and to the point, and she probably said something that hurt his little fucked up feelings. And then he's running around telling everybody she's psychotic. He don't have no examples of her being psychotic, and not one person reveals that they're psycho on the first date. He's a lying sack of shit. Okay? Don't believe it. You go directly to that person and y'all work it out. As mature adults, y'all work it out. Don't believe the hype, because this person is trying to destroy y'all. Okay? And like I said, he basically screwed up on a massive scale because people like me. So they're not going to believe the garbage that's flying out of his mouth, the sewage that's flying out of his mouth. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.